Hello YouTube, today on Military Kit Reviews I have from Revell the 1/48 scale Swift Patrol Boat. This would be from the Vietnam era. As we can see here, it's a skill level 2, 62 pieces. Looking on the end here, we have kit number 5104. Have a couple of pictures of a completed model, as well as a little bit of just detail information on the kit. Switching it around, we have a couple more detailed pictures here, and then some information again on the kit itself. No real history on the subject other than that. Setting the box top to the side. Now I did go ahead and put this in just to keep things from rattling around. A long time ago, yours most likely will not come like that. We have our Swift Patrol Boat here. Get our out of the way so you can read a little bit of the history blog there at your leisure. And starting into it here, so we start off with basically an exploded view, which is kind of nice. It shows you everything that's going to be going together, and then it shows you in step how to do it. So we have step 1 here being our hull assembly, putting the lower hull onto the two sides, and specifically with that, marking out exactly what becomes red, black, and then the gold gray color that the boats were. We have our rudders getting put in. We have our propeller shaft and propellers, some side rub rails to be put on. We have our machine guns, which, as you can see, we have to cut off the tip ends there, so obviously it's not going to be open barreled. Anything of this vintage would definitely not have that. We have our two parts of our cabin sides coming together here, and putting the machine gun mount ring into it, basically putting things in so that they retain their functionality, and I guess you could say playability, so you could actually move the guns around. We then have the front and rear cabin pieces coming together. We have our helm, control box, our hatch window, and then we have the side windows getting all put into place, all of our front windows getting put into place, and then the opposite side, putting our buoys on, and then just some other detail, our nautical lights getting put in, or painted in, I should say. And then we have the rear deck window, let's see, our gun stop, as well as our searchlight lenses, some cabin railings, life raft, then some additional railings on the side, putting our cleats in, and then it shows stringing using the black thread to run around for the top railing piece, or the top wire, and then putting the top hull on to the lower hull, putting the weapon assembly into place for the rear machine gun, and I believe that's a mortar. Does not specify exactly what that is. I'd have to do a little bit more research on my part. And then we have putting the antenna wire, if you so choose, again cutting it this length and running it on there. Then we have the flag getting put on, using white thread to hang that, and then last but not least, crew painting, and that is what you get at the end of it. So again, I know I went kind of quick, but these are pretty straightforward models. So this one is PCF 10 Swift Boat. I find it funny that the original decal that they had said US Navy Swift, and this one just has Swift Boat. Kind of fun how they changed that over time, but never updated the instruction sheet. Either case, let's go ahead and get into this bag. Now, as you can see, it is sealed here. So we'll go ahead, pop her open, pull the parts out, and see what we got. Again, with the way I'm doing kits at the time, Revell just put everything into one huge bag. Means there's probably going to be quite a few loose parts. So, starting off with the loose part, we have our figure. Which is actually pretty nicely detailed for 148, except for the ginormous sinkhole in his back. We have the two halves of our cabin. Pretty much blank detail on the inside. Might have to fill some ejector pins, as you're probably going to be able to look in and see those. We have quite a bit of flash falling off here, but we do have our upper and lower parts to the hull. So again, about a foot long is what this will be at the end. And it does actually fit pretty nicely down and into the actual hull here. Relatively. It will take a bit of work to get that down and in correctly. But there's that. Then have our detail parts here. Have our rudder shafts. Our railing stanchions. Two halves to the gun. Quite a bit of flash on everything. And then we have our display base with the smooth front here. We then also have the front and rear cabin, our propellers, and a couple more handrails and guns. And just a few little teeny tiny parts here. We'll also go ahead and grab out here. We also have our clear parts, which I believe I might have separately bagged, so they might be a little loose in your case, but in either case, that has been a review of the Revell Swift Patrol Boat in 1/48 scale. Again, pretty generic older style of kit, but at the same time it is quite a large ship, and being in 1/48 scale, it does lend itself for some additional super detailing that you just wouldn't get in the smaller scales. So, hope you guys again have enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your day.